Hi, I'm Nandi. I'm a licensed midwife, a trained doula, and a mother of 3, and I'm based in Sweden. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about abortion, and my focus here is going to be on abortion in Sweden, and a little bit how it works, and a little bit about the laws and the regulations concerning abortion in Sweden. So if you're interested in this topic, continue watching this video. So if you find yourself pregnant and don't want to be pregnant, you can have an abortion. In Sweden, you can have an abortion regardless if you are a citizen or a resident in Sweden. But if you do not have a Swedish personal number, you will have to pay for the abortion yourself. If you do have a personal number, according to all the information I could find, then the abortion is free of charge. You will not have to state a reason for why you want to have an abortion if you have an abortion before the gestational week 18. In Sweden, abortion is legal until the gestational week 21 and 6 days of pregnancy. From gestational week 18 plus 0 days until week 21 plus 6 days, you will have to state, or you'll have to apply for approval by Socialstyrelsen, which is kind of like the Swedish medical board, to have an abortion. And during these weeks, so from 18 plus 1 day, you'll have to state a reason why you do not want to continue on with the pregnancy. It can be anything from medical or psychological health issues to financial issues. Whatever the reason is, you will have to state the reason. And I believe in most cases, the abortion will be approved as well during these weeks. Also, if during the pregnancy, during an ultrasound, they see that the fetus has some kind of abnormality that is not conducive with life. So between week 18 plus 0 until week 21 plus 6 days, this is also a reason why you could have why you could have an abortion during these weeks that the Socialstyrelsen will approve. A doctor is who is responsible for the abortion, but during you having an abortion, you might be cared for by a nurse or a midwife, and the doctor will be involved in your care as well. As a part in the Swedish abortion law, you are entitled to speaking to a counselor before and after the abortion, and the location where you have the abortion should provide you with the opportunity to speak to a counselor. There are different kinds of abortion, medical and surgical abortion. And I'm going to speak about them both, but I'm going to start speaking a little bit about medical abortion. Medical abortion is the most common way to have an abortion, and can be done during all the weeks of pregnancy where it's legal to have an abortion. Sometimes you start the medical abortion in hospital and then you come back the next day. So you take a pill, you come back the next day to continue the abortion. Some will experience bleeding after this one pill, and some won't. And then the next day you will come back into the hospital or to the abortion clinic and continue the abortion with taking pills that will help the uterus to contract and then expel the pregnancy. This medication can be taken both vaginally and orally, and your care provider will help determine, or will be the person determining what is the best for you during this situation. You will stay a few hours in the clinic during having an abortion until the whole pregnancy has come out. There will be bleeding and it can be quite painful, but you are entitled to having pain medication. And in most cases, you can go home the same day. In some cases, you will take the abortion pills at home. This is called at-home abortion. And in these situations, it's recommended that you have somebody with you so you don't do it alone, partly because it can be emotionally tough, but also, of course, because of the physical things, that there is bleeding and it can be painful. So it's always good to have a support person with you, even when you have a at-home abortion, and as well as an abortion in hospital. You can choose to have a support person with you. After having an abortion, it's common to bleed for about 2 weeks. In the beginning, it might be like a heavy period, but it should gradually become less and less over time. Sometimes it can be a little bit more than 2 weeks, but the important thing is that it gradually decreases. 3 or 4 weeks after the abortion, you will take a pregnancy test just to ensure that the abortion was successful. Now I'm going to speak a little bit about surgical abortion. So surgical abortion is usually carried out between week 12 to 13 of gestation, usually not earlier, and it is an operation. Sometimes before this procedure, you will receive medication to help soften and open your cervix. And during the procedure, a doctor will use an instrument to open your cervix a little bit and suction out the entire pregnancy. This procedure is fairly quick. Usually you stay in the hospital for observation a couple of hours afterwards. Most of the time you go home the same day. And after a surgical abortion, you usually experience less bleeding than you do after a medical abortion. So if you find yourself pregnant and want to have an abortion, contact your nearest barnmorskemottagning or a gynecologist, because you need to date the pregnancy to determine which way the abortion should be carried out in the safest way. If you at any time from when you decide to have the abortion till the actual abortion, decide that you change your mind and you do want to continue on with the pregnancy, it is your legal right to do so. Then you will just say, I changed my mind, then no harm. If you have a partner, it's good to discuss that you're having an abortion with your partner, but ultimately the choice of having the abortion is the pregnant person's choice. So if you want to have an abortion and your partner does not agree, it doesn't really matter. For the law, the law says that it's the person who's pregnant that decides if they want to carry on being pregnant or if they want to carry on having an abortion. In 2021, 33,697 abortions were carried out in Sweden. 61% of these abortions were carried out before week 7 of the gestation, and 86% of these abortions were carried out before week 9 of gestation. Only a little bit over 1% of all abortions are carried out after week 18 of gestation. A total of 96% of the abortions carried out during 2021 were medical abortions. Abortions are the most common in the age group 25 to 29 years old, but of course anybody at any age is entitled to having an abortion if they do not want to continue on with their pregnancy. Sweden has a really good abortion law, and I wanted to talk about this topic because I really believe that abortion is healthcare, and it is a part of my midwifery training to learn about abortion, and it's also one of the places where midwives work in Sweden. If you're underaged in Sweden and want to have an abortion, so under the age of 18, you are entitled to do so. It's recommended that you bring with you an adult, but if you do not want to bring an adult, that's up to you. The people at the abortion clinic or at the hospital have professional secrecy, so they are not allowed to tell anybody, even if you're underage, that you did have an abortion. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions about abortion or anything else, leave me a comment below. I will also leave you the link to 1177 Vårdguiden and their information about abortion as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you in my next video. Hej då!